this show honestly wouldn't have had its vibe without that Nights Over Egypt's in the front. And you know, it's crazy. I call this the big fitness show. Fancy, you don't know who I know. You definitely don't know who I know. I went back, I got the Jones sisters. So I call this the big fitness show because a lot of us don't know what we doing to our bodies. And nobody's perfect. Shout out to Mayor. I myself have been addicted to food my whole life. I've lost over 100 pounds. But even if you look at COVID, Black people, American Indians, and Latinos are dying the most. And that's because we got diabetes, we got high blood pressure, we unhealthy to begin with. And with me, you know, I lost Big Pun. He was 27 years old. That gave me my first scare, but still not enough because I was young. So I lost half of Fat Joe. And then shout out Abe Butter. And then one day, one of my friends who was younger than me passed away of a heart attack. So I'm bugging out because if you look at my parents and everybody from their generation, and rest in peace, my brother Jimmy Dog, Jimmy D from Forest, he died in Harlem. He was living in Harlem 142. I was in kindergarten with him. Another big brother. I don't know what he died of, but it was another big brother. And so one of my friends died, and he was funnier than me. He was more handsome than me. And I went to his funeral, and he got a daughter my daughter's age. And I sat there, and I'm looking at his casket. I'm looking at his daughter walk up to the casket. And I said, you know what? This was like a scene out of Ebenezer Scrooge. I said, yo, this is me. Like, I'm going to die just like this. And who's going to take care of my family? Who's going to take care of my daughter? Who's going to take care of my sons? And so that's when I really decided to lose a bunch of weight and pretty much be like a crackhead Joe. I got so skinny that my head was big. So I had to average it out. Shout out my mom, she's here on this. Big. And it was a way. And so we hear about all these different diets and all these things. And then so what happens is I've been on so many different diets that what I did was take the things that work from every single diet and then use it. You know what I mean? And everybody's tailor-made, everybody's DNA is their own. And so no one person is the same. But what we do know is that we got to stay active. Maybe that's walking. I'm not talking about, you know, the scariest thing you could do is if you cock diesel and you in the gym all the time and you take one of your chubby friends and give them 300 pounds of weights and give it, you can do it, you big. They'll never come back to the gym. And so you got to start small and then work your way up. Maybe your friend got to walk for 10 minutes. Maybe 2 weeks later, he'll do 15. Then 2 weeks later, she'll do 20 minutes. And before you know it, you know, working out becomes almost like a bug. You catch a bug and you just continue to work out, and then it becomes easier for you, right? So let's go back to diabetes. One day, I'm gonna check to see if my guest is on here yet. One day, I was feeling real thirsty. And I kept drinking Kool-Aid, 7-Up, all type of shit, because I was just more thirsty than I ever thought. I was just so young. And I was so young and I didn't know no better. And the next thing you know, they took me into the clinic. And when they tested me, they said, hey, you got to go to the hospital. You got diabetes. I was 14 years old. This whole show is going to be dedicated to my brother, Jimmy Dog, that passed away, right? So they told me at 14 years old, matter of fact, even maybe 12 years old, they told me 12, 13, they told me you have diabetes. It was the scariest shit I ever heard in my life. Shout out to It's Biscuit. Shout out to my aunt, Diki Barbara. She's diabetic. So she tried to school me on what was going on. And I went to the hospital. Next thing I know, by that nighttime, because that was in the morning, by that nighttime, they were showing me how to put a needle in my leg. Now, I used to be terrified of needles. Like if I had to take a vaccine, anything like that, I would run out the hospital. But now, in order to live, I would have to shoot a needle in myself. And so, since I was young, I did that. One of the biggest mistakes I ever did was never telling anybody I'm diabetic, because it's so much in the hood, predator or prey, that if you want to be some type of tough guy, you feel like it's some type of handicap or some type of flaw if you tell somebody you diabetic. And so I wouldn't tell nobody. So which means if I would have went to a coma or I would have fell out, nobody would have knew what happened. And that's the worst thing you could do. Because you're not a punk because you're diabetic. You're not dumb because you're diabetic. It's something people deal with in the hood. And I have been watching women and men in my hood. I have been watching women and men in my hood since I was a kid, getting their legs cut off. You know, I'll tell you a crazy story. One day I pull up to my building, and I'm going to tell this story, and there's no disrespect. I pull up to my building at Forest Projects, and I'm already Fat Joe. This is maybe 5-7 years ago. And a girl that I grew up with, she was older than me, she walks out the building. So I'm like, yo, Kim, what's up? And she's like, who's that? And I'm like, yo, Kim, stop playing. It's Joe. She said, who's that? I said, it's me, Joey, Fat Joe. And she walked up to me and she just started crying. She was like, Joey, I'm blind. The sugar, the diabetes, I'm blind. I almost died when she told me that. I was just like, I felt so bad. I felt horrible for her. And so this is the truth. So when everybody tells you, yo, look, if you got diabetes, if you're not taking care of your sugar, meaning don't eat sugar, you will go blind or you will get your legs cut off. It really does happen. It's not a fake. It's not a fraud. Another mistake diabetics do is they get used to the insulin. So they'll take a little extra insulin and eat more thinking that it's cool. That's not it. The craziest thing is, all the years I had diabetes in the hood in the Bronx, They never told me one time that if you lost weight, you could lose it. And so when I lost weight, I lost 100-something pounds entirely. But when I lost, you know, all this weight, my doctor here in Miami was like, yo, Joe, guess what? I said, why? He said, yo, you're not diabetic no more. You don't got to take insulin. I was like, what? I've been taking this since I'm 12 years old. He was like, you lost so much weight, you don't have to take insulin. And I was so scared that I argued with the man for the medicine. He was like, listen, bro, you good. Don't eat sugar. Work out, continue to do what you're doing, but your shit is perfect. And that is the biggest blessing in the world because I didn't have to take insulin more, right? And so, yeah, it's about the A1C levels. But the problem is when you go to the doctor, you can't fake them out. You can't know that you got a doctor's appointment next week, so be eating clean for 1 week, because the A1C test goes back 3 months. They know what you was eating for 3 months. So you can't fake it. And if you faking it, you faking yourself. Because the doctor, he goes home. Right? Ladies and gentlemen. How you doing?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Hi.
Okay, so listen. I was surfing Instagram and I came up to your Instagram and it says I lost 161 pounds.
Yeah.
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free.
And
that's not, I just named myself Sugar-Free because when I was a young one, Sugar-Free, the rapper, was one of my favorite rappers. So I kind of stole his name. Plus, if I eat sugar, it makes me sick. So.
Let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
So you grew up, where you grew up at?
Cali, from Oside, San Diego.
You from the Bay Area?
No, I'm from like Southern Cali. So,
Southern Cali.
Like
so
San Diego.
So you grew up, was everybody in your family big?
No. I only had one uncle who was big. He was like, my last memory of him, he was 650 pounds and he died because of comorbidities. He died in his sleep. Yeah.
So with me, it's different. With me, my whole family's been big.
Oh.
And so it's normal. We always ate a lot. Everybody's chubby. Everybody's fat. A lot of diabetes in my family. How did you get big? What is it? You addicted to food? How did you?
Yeah. I was using food as a coping mechanism. It was like, if I didn't want to feel, I would eat. I would stuff my face. I would eat. I would like, if I was mad, I would eat. If I was happy, I would eat. Everything I did was associated with food. So, like I could use my babies as an excuse, but that genuinely was an excuse because I was stuffing my face. And it was not just stuffing my face. Like I was driving around to different restaurants and collecting food and sitting in a parking lot silently by myself eating from 5 different restaurants. I was a binge eater. Like I had a food addiction. So,
you know, that's crazy. You know, I always tell a story of me and Big Pun, rest in peace. We would go to the all-you-can-eat restaurant, and you know how they give you a tray to put your plate on?
Yeah.
Me and Pun would take the plate off and just fill up the whole tray
and eat
and tear that shit up.
And then sit and wait and let it marinate a little bit and then go get some more.
So you were really, how happy was you at your biggest?
You know, okay, so I don't like to tell people, but I put it out there. I always say 320 plus, but in November 2015, my highest weight was 328 pounds.
Well, I was bigger than that. I was 400-something pounds.
Yeah, but you came down a lot too. You lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, I'm not playing with these people because I don't want to die. I don't want to leave all my money to my wife.
That's what saved me, because literally I got diagnosed with diabetes, and I had high blood pressure, I had edema, I had the swelling on my legs, and then I got diagnosed with diabetes. And then when they gave me the medicine, I was allergic to the medicine. So they wanted me to do the injections. But basically, I was knocking on death's door. Like, it was right there for me. I was going to die. So I had to make a decision.
And so you said to yourself, how did you do it?
Okay, so here's the deal. When my doctor told me that, and then I found out I was allergic to medication, they were like trying to go through all this stuff. And I was like, I cannot die. I have 4 kids. I can't die. I have to be here for them. The doctors gave me 2 choices. I tried every diet under the sun. I couldn't do it on my own. So I went to Kaiser. I worked for Kaiser, and they offered me the gastric bypass Roux-en-Y surgery. That's what I did November 5th, 2015. Now, I want to say to everybody who's watching your story, because you got 1,008 people watching your story, a lot of people think that surgery is a quick fix. A lot of people think that you cheated because you got surgery. That's not the case. You make a conscious decision to lay on a table, risk your life, and almost die to save your life.
Well, I say it this way. If you big and you unhealthy, you're going to die. It's
right.
Just the truth. Now, right. If you can work out, if you're the type to work out, like I hit the track yesterday in 90 degrees, loving it. If right. You're the type to work out, then lose it the normal way. Now, if you know you're not going to work out, then get the surgery.
But here's the thing.
Save your life.
See here, Joe. Here's the thing. Can I call you Joe? I'm supposed to call you Crack. What am I supposed to call you? I'm call you
Joe. Joe, call me Crack, whatever. But okay. You know, let's.
So here's the thing. People think that once you have surgery, that's it. That is bullshit. And I can cuss on your show because I watch you, so I know. So that's bullshit, okay? Because the day that you have surgery, the minute that you wake up from surgery, they have your ass walking. You have to walk a quarter of a mile. You have to walk every single day that you're in the hospital. That's not just so that blood clots don't form. That's to get you in a lifestyle. Before you even have surgery, you have to have a psychological check to make sure that you're ready for this change. Because a lot of people think that they can go into this situation and the surgery is going to be a magic cure. No, you have to still work out. Let me tell you, I have to work just as hard as anybody who did not have the surgery. I have to get up every day and make a conscious decision to work out and change my lifestyle, to eat right. If I don't eat right, I'm getting.
So basically, you saying it was just a little boost to get you in the right.
Tool. It is a tool.
It's a tool, and then from there you have to continue. Because I know people who say, I know athletes that take steroids, but they got to work out, even though they take steroids. I'm not telling nobody to get surgery. I'm not telling nobody take steroids, but it won't do it by itself.
Right. No, you have to do the work. It's a tool. It's a catalyst. It gives you the tool to do the work, but you have to do the work. And when I tell you I was 328 trekking up and down this block, back and forth, because I made a choice not to die. Once I woke up from my surgery, I said, that's it. You have to want this as much as you want to breathe. And that you have to want this as much as you want to breathe. As much as you want to take breath in, you have to want to change your life. If you don't want to change, you're not going to change. And that's for, if you watch My 600-Pound Life, that TV show where those people, they think, and they're all, oh, I got to have surgery. It's the only thing that's going to save my life. No, you are the only thing that's going to save your life. You have to do the work. I have to, I'm telling you, I got a nephew. He's really, really big. He's lazy. He don't want to work out. I tell him, I'll pay for the surgery for you because I know you won't work out. But once he loses some weight, it'll motivate him to continue to work out. Me, I'm a punk. I couldn't do surgery. You ain't no punk.
No, I'm telling you. I couldn't do the surgery. So I did it the old-fashioned way, and even to this day, I work out every day. And I watch what so the way you wake up and you brush your teeth That's how I'm conscious. Whether I work out or I don't work out, at least
Right.
I knew I was supposed to work out.
Right. You gotta know. And then let me tell you something. So people don't understand. Just because you have surgery don't mean you can't gain the weight back. And I hope some of my followers are on this live, and I hope that they're in your comments, because there's some of my supporters who are following me, who've been on this same journey with me, who have gained weight back, and they have to work it back off. I know people who had the surgery and they're back at their weight. Nobody can change unless they're ready to change, and ain't no surgery finna do the shit for you.
Okay, so now let me explain something to you. Diabetes, #1 killer. Not #1, but one of the #1 killers in America. Forget just brown and black community, white community everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And so some people would tell you, yo, I don't eat sugar, right? And so they feel, how did I get diabetes, right? Because a lot of it is eating related. So now let me break it down to you. You go to a restaurant, the first thing they do is they give you bread with butter. The minute you eat the bread, everybody, I need y'all to understand this, because this is what's going on. The second you take a bite of the bread, which is just the appetizer, bread with butter, it goes down your system as sugar.
Rice,
So
anything.
carbs go down your system as sugar. So let me explain something to you. So when you eat bread, let's take a pretzel, the most saltiest bread you could ever have in the world. The minute you eat it, it is sugar in your body. So now we ate the bread as an appetizer. So now we order a soda. So now, so we drink the soda, pure sugar. You got the bread, you got the soda. Now, if you Puerto Rican or whatever, say you're Jamaican, rice and peas. The rice is sugar. So now you ate the bread with the sugar, the soda with the sugar, the rice with the sugar, and God forbid we eat some fried chicken or some other shit. Right?
Right.
And then, if we feeling real good, and this is our favorite restaurant, we might eat the dessert, which is more sugar. And so you don't realize that rice, potatoes,
bread,
pasta, all of this becomes sugar when you eat it.
Yeah.
All of it. So you can eat pasta franchise, rice and beans, bread with cheese, all of it. Breakfast cereal.
You naming food, but you gotta name the drinks too.
Yeah, but listen, I know that, but I'm saying anything, wheat bread, rice, this all turns into sugar. It's a normal lifestyle. I'm not talking about nothing exceptional. I'm not talking about me and Big Pun throwing everything on the plate. I'm talking about regular. We went to the restaurant. We ate the appetizer bread. We ate the baked potato they gave us. We ate the steak or whatever. Then we had a little butter cake at the end. And we drink it so. And so people wonder, and they say, how do I get diabetes? And some people really don't have a sweet tooth, but not knowing that everything they're eating turns into sugar. And so the real thing to try to find a way, with me personally, I tried my best entirely to not eat carbs.
So you're low carb?
Beyond low, I'm low carb for life.
But do you eat like fruits and veggies and stuff like that?
Well, I can't, because even though I'm not diabetic, I still got that pre-diabetes. So like, I gotta act like I got diabetes. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the only way to stay off not being diabetes, I gotta act like I got it.
Right. So for you though, for you, because everybody has to do what works for them. For you, you say you can't have fruit, but you know that berries are low carb, right? Like
Berries, strawberries, if you want it.
Right.
I used to eat, and I don't recommend this to everybody, but if you're trying to come down, I used to eat sweet potato, right? And put, I can't believe it's butter on it. Mix it up, throw a little Splenda, and then it would taste like some good shit with some grilled chicken or some baked chicken. But I don't do that no more. I haven't done that in years. But when I first started losing 100-something pounds or whatever, that I just couldn't go cold turkey because I was,
you had to have something.
I had to have something, so I would get sweet potato, throw some I can't believe it's butter, some Splenda, and feel like it's that. I don't do that no more.
My go-to used to be strawberries and Splenda. Like I would coat the strawberries. Boy, I used to mess that up. That was my
Well, to everybody out there, I know Splenda's no good. I know it has aspartame, but I've been taking this since I'm 14, and I'm all right. It stops me from dying with diabetes. So I'm gonna keep taking Splenda because otherwise I'll be drinking regular sugar, eating regular sugar, and I'll be fucked up.
You gotta do what you gotta
keep doing it.
What works for you. If Splenda ain't for you, Splenda ain't for you. But for Joe and for Mo, we fuck with Splenda. It's
my way of life. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I do. I gotta have it because I miss sugar. Like, so yeah, I used to like the cakes and the stuff like that, but I don't know, Joe, have you been to LA? I know you've been to LA, but have you been to Sweet Red Peach?
No.
Let me tell you something. Okay, so the next time you go to LA in Inglewood, there's this place called Sweet Red Peach. I swear by them. They have keto-friendly, low-carb cake. When I tell you, listen, if you need a fix and you're like, okay, I want to feel like I
ate something.
Yeah, Sweet Red Peach, baby, on the weekends, boy. Let me
now I know. Next time I go there, I'm going to get that.
Do it and tell them Sugar Free sent you.
Sugar Free. Sugar Free. So what do you eat now?
Honestly, if I'm following my eating plan, like to a T, like it is, I'm macro. I have a macro calculator. I follow my stuff, and I'm eating a lot of meat, a lot of cheese, a lot of veggies. I happen to love cheese. I have a hard time cutting it. A lot of veggies, a lot of meat, a lot of green veggies. I don't be doing corn and all that stuff because, I don't do a lot of potatoes. It's okay, I'm gonna give you a sample. So if
I don't even consider potato a carb. They could call it a carb. Somebody swindle it. I don't call potato a veggie.
I'm about to say
whoever invented potatoes paid off the people to call it a vegetable years ago, and it got on that list. Potatoes is carbs.
It's carbs.
Sugar, it's fattening.
But if I wake up in the morning and I'm on my shit, I will have bacon. My favorite thing is egg whites and spinach. I love it. And bacon.
Well, that's perfect.
Yeah. And then for lunch, I like to get creative. If you go on my Instagram, I always put together little recipes. Will make fried chicken, but I'll coat it with pork rinds and fry it in the air fryer. Or I'll make little pizza choppers.
The air fryer is really, really good.
Mm-hmm. For dinner, I will have fish or chicken and a green vegetable. Spinach is my favorite. Asparagus is too, but asparagus make your pee stink. But
yeah, my wife told me that asparagus make your pee stink.
It do, it make your pee stink.
I don't eat asparagus. Ever since she told me that, I never ate it again. I don't like the stink.
No, I don't like the stink either, but it's good.
And so basically with me, if I eat breakfast, it'll be some egg white stuff, some turkey bacon or some form of turkey sausage, and that's it.
And what do you eat for lunch?
some black coffee. For lunch, my thing is, for lunch I eat any kind of protein that ain't fried. So like steak, or I don't eat pork. I haven't ate pork since I was a kid. So I eat steak or chicken, a lot of fish and seafood, but with vegetables. So
Right.
it could be broccoli, it could be salad, it could be, even salad is a healthy fat. Olive oil is a healthy fat. So salad, any kind of vegetables with the protein. Then for dinner, the same thing. And nowadays, I even skip breakfast. And so I do something that's called intermittent fasting.
Oh, you do intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting. And so I will eat my first meal at like 2 in the afternoon. And it'll be like some protein, meaning steak, chicken, seafood, whatever, with vegetables. And then I'll chill, and like 7, 8 o'clock, I'll have another piece of protein with vegetables, and then I'm good.
See,
the only thing that I do that's unhealthy is diet sodas and shit like that. I gotta have it. Diet snacks.
I can't talk
diet
because
Pepsi.
your diet soda.
Huh?
You drink diet soda, but my liquid crack is Crystal Light. Like, it's just as bad.
Same shit. So you take the acetate. So you take. Have you ever took the Crystal Light and threw it in the sparkling water like Pellegrino?
I can't have sparkling water because of my surgery, but I know a lot of people who do, and they mess with it heavy.
I used to kill that till I realized it's the same thing as Diet Pepsi, Snap,
right?
Everything. But I used to kill the Crystal Light. But who cares? As long as you ain't dying, as long as somebody, when you go to the doctor and you check your blood, somebody ain't telling you you're about to die,
right?
Then you're
straight. I'm okay. I'm okay because I've been there. Like, no joke. When I was in the hospital, I had diabetes. They were giving me insulin. When I left the hospital, I didn't have diabetes. Well, I can't say I didn't have it because they had to do the A1C. But when I left the hospital, I didn't have to take the pills anymore, and I didn't have to take the insulin, none of that no more. I was done with it. Once the weight comes off,
I told my man, because there's a rumor my man got a little bit of high cholesterol. The doctor told him, yo, take these pills. I told him, yo, the rumor is, I said, the rumor is when you take the cholesterol pills, you know, your thing don't get up like that. So I said, bro, I would just work out and eat right rather than take the cholesterol pills, because the last thing a guy, I know you're a female, but the last thing a guy wants is his shit don't work. So,
girl, we don't want that either.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
let me say this, because I see somebody in your comments said that they don't got it like you do, Joe. But here's the deal: I don't got it like Joe got it.
Got it like what? You don't have to have it.
You don't have to have it. You get it how you live. Whatever works for you and your income and your budget, as long as you want it, you'll make it work. Like, even at the Dollar Tree, they got meat and vegetables. They got, even at the dollar store, they at the grocery store, at Trader Joe's, you can find fruits and vegetables for cheap, mad cheap. You can if you're a bargain shopper, and it ain't shit to get a pack of chicken and cut that bitch up and leave and eat it for a week. Like, I am a queen of leftovers, and I will eat the same thing over and over again. As long as it works for you, it works for you. And you don't have to have it like Joe. You could be broke and still lose weight without starving. You could do it as long as you want to do it. It's a choice.
I like to switch it up. Sometimes I ride my bike. Sometimes I got the elliptical in my house. And then lately, because I like the suntan, I've been working out in the sun on the track. And then when you go to the track, you see that different people, you can tell a lot of people ain't got money in that track, but they all doing workouts for free.
Right.
They running around the track, or they sprinting, or they running up and down the stairs, or they doing jail workouts, whatever the hell they doing.
Right. Whatever you can do.
Or they walking.
Like, let me tell you, if you could go through the stream of girls that I follow, And I can name them off. Bella. I can name off a lighter Nay. I can name off Haraholic. I can name off a lot of girls. Nicole Losing. I can name off Nakono. Like, I can name off a lot of girls. And the gym's been closed because of the Rona. These girls is hopping off of benches at the park, jumping up and down benches. Moose is out there in his tent in the backyard. My sister Jess is walking. Like, there's stuff that you can do in your backyard. Go pick up a freaking milk carton, fill it up with water, go do some squats with that. Everybody, it's a choice. It's a choice.
You know, it's so easy. I'll tell my wife, right? Because she don't understand. Because she's down for whatever. I don't know. Thank God, I don't want to jinx her, but she was born with an ill body, and God is still blessing her.
Yeah, don't jinx her.
Her shit, her ass still fat. She still, like, I but she don't eat a lot. She eat, in moderation, but it ain't like she's a crazy health freak, right? But I tell her, for me to get up and work out when there's Sports Center, when there's CNN, and I got this big ass comfortable couch, it's almost impossible for me to get up and work out. Yes. So I put an elliptical right next to my bed. It ain't sexy, it ain't fly, but when I get the fuck up, it ain't no excuse. The shit right there. If she don't understand, I'm like, right. Yo, Ma, I can't joke, I can't play. As soon as I get up, I throw on my knee pads because my knees are bad. I throw on my sneakers, and I'm gunning. And I can't play with her, my daughter, all of them. They went because they like sometimes they work out. They, or they want to laugh and joke. I can't get. I gotta get. I really don't want to do this shit.
Cause you want to live though, but so
yeah,
you
but
live.
I don't want to do it.
No,
and
who
I
wants
have to do it.
Look, you don't want to do it. You have to do it. But guess what? You have a choice that you made. You made the decision to put the elliptical next to your bed. You made that choice. You make a choice to get up. Even though you want to watch Sports Center and the games and whatever, you make a choice to get up and get your ass on that machine. Just like anybody can get up, get their ass, some shoes on. You can walk barefoot outside, walk up and down the street 20 times. When I was 328 pounds, I would walk from one lamppost to the next. And
I'm gonna tell you something, Sugar Free. I really like you. But I think you was bigger than 328 pounds. I saw the pictures. I seen the pictures.
If I was, I honestly will tell you, I don't know. Because when you get to a point,
I was close to 500 pounds. Fat Joe. And Big Pun, when he died, he was like 680 pounds. We were really not fucking playing with this food. Like, we was tearing that shit up.
So was I. But for a woman like me, the last number that I saw that made me never want to step on a scale again was when I crossed the threshold 300. At home, that's when I stopped stepping on the scale. I hated walking past mirrors. I didn't want to see myself. If I didn't have to see myself, it wasn't real. It wasn't real. I'm going to tell
people out there, if you're diabetic, I'm going to tell you one way you try to avoid being focused. So when they give you them sticks to check your blood sugar every morning, force yourself to check your blood sugar. Because it'll tell you the truth and it'll be honest with you. And it'll let you know if you ate too much the day before. And it'll motivate you to go the next day. I know it hurts, it bothers, but check your blood sugar so that you know if you fucked up the night before and that you got to get focused.
You know if you fucked up the night before anyways, because you was the one sitting in front of the shit with the food, shoving it down your face. We know. You just have to be real with yourself. Like, you have to be, that's what it is. You can't, a lot of us lie to ourselves and we tell ourselves, oh no, it's okay. I'm not that big. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't do that bad. I can start again. Oh, it's okay. I ate this light meal for this. So it's okay that I ate this big meal for this. Or it's okay that I did this. And it's okay. And we give ourselves excuses. But you have to be real with yourself. Because until you're real with yourself, until you are honest with what it is that you are and what it is that you're not doing and what it is that you want, until you are real with yourself, ain't shit finna change, because you still lying, you delusional, you living in la la land. How are you gonna change something if you think that it's not?
And what happens is people get blind. People, this is the truth, guys. I know you think your doctor's just scaring you, but if you got diabetes and you keep acting like you don't have it, and you keep eating whatever the fuck you want, you keep this, you will go blind. You will get your legs cut off. The legs,
even before the legs, the tingling in the legs, the blood sugars, the dizziness, the sweating, the thirst. Like, you be so thirsty and you can't figure out why you're so thirsty. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's not just diabetes. It's high blood pressure. It's like, a lot of people ask me, how did you start? Because my knees hurt, my joints hurt, my body hurts. It's gonna hurt in the beginning, and you just got to take it slow. If you got to,
it hurts now. I went to the chiropractor today. Shout out to Dr. Sev. Dr. Sev up here in Florida, and Davey. He tightened me up with my chiropractor. He snapped my shit in place and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in pain now. I'm always in pain because I work out. It's not it's no thing to it. You gotta work out.
Right.
If you want to live.
Right.
Swimming pool. So my doctor took me in the swimming pool because I live in Miami, and he taught me exercises, running in place. So imagine you running on a treadmill because it's good for your knees, and you just running and you working out a sweat. You can dump your head if you overheat. Dump your head in the water, get back up, and keep going like this. And swimming, it doesn't hurt your joints.
Right.
It doesn't hurt your knees. If you're in a hot place where you can swim, that's the best exercise. Sugar Free, tell them where they can find you, and I appreciate you for coming on here. I thought you was chickening out on me because I DM'd you twice, and you ain't hit me back today.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When I saw it and I saw the little blue check, right? People be faking this stuff all the time. And I have a lot of people in that, you know how you got two different inboxes? It's a lot of people who come at me real sideways. I got people, like, you'll click on something thinking it's something, and then you open it and it's penis pictures. Like, I don't mess with that. So when I saw yours, I was like, yeah, whatever. No joke. And I called a couple people. Then I was like, okay, I'm going to click his picture. So I clicked your picture, and then it went to you. And I was like, no joke. Okay, you have to, I'm human. I'm human, and I'm a child who grew up listening to your music, okay? Listening to Big Pun. So when I saw it, you have to forgive me. I was like, what is he doing in my box? And how does he even know who I am? And then I sat on it, and I called a couple people, and they was like, quit being stupid and writing back.
That was dope. And I'm glad you hit me back, because it's just like they tell you, yo, Joe, we ain't got it like you. And they start, it was so perfect for a person like you, because you're a nurse, right?
Yes. I work in urologic surgery. So yeah, I'm working right now during this pandemic, and it sucks, but yeah, I'm there.
No excuses, man. Tell them your Instagram, Sugar.
Sugar Free, _RNY. So it's SHUGA _RNY. Sugar. So I'm so honored, and thank you for having me.
Sugar, how you get so fly? Sugar, how you get so fly? Sugar, how you get...
Look, I just had Fat Joe hype me up, y'all.
Hey, yo, keep going.
Thank you, I am.
Keep going, don't stop.
I am.
Keep
Absolutely.
inspiring people. You inspired me.
Oh,
and you know, every night, let me tell you, yesterday we had Khaled, the day before. You know, next week on Monday, I got Nick Cannon. Tuesday, I got D-Wade. Wednesday, I got Doja Cat. Like, I don't fucking play.
I know, it's the big show.
This the big show. Big show. And it's like, I got you, and I was so hyped I was telling everybody, wait till you see the girl I got tonight. And you're
so
going to see what I'm
honored.
talking about. She lost 160 pounds, and she's doing it. Yo, we love you. I want you to come back on the show. I'm going to contact you soon. Keep inspiring everybody. You got to click off because something's crazy on my IG. So you got to click off. God bless you.
Thank you for having me. God bless you.
All right, mama.
Bye.
Bye. Yo, man, let me tell you something. Sugar Free is the motherfucking bomb. Okay? She's the real deal. She is no joke. She lost 160 pounds. And so there's different ways you'll take this approach. If you know you're not going to work out and you're lazy and you need a quick starter, I'm not mad at you taking the surgery. People take surgeries for ass and tits and this and that all the time. You might as well get yourself some surgery to save your life. I personally am scared of surgery, so I worked out. It ain't easy, but I did it because I didn't want to die. And so I know that if I don't work out, if I don't eat right, I am going to die. All my friends have died and are dying young. Years ago, your parents, everybody gets to 80 years old and stuff like that. Thank God. Now everybody's dying at 40-something, 30-something. Just yesterday, I lost a brother, Jimmy Dawg. I was in fucking elementary, 146. Beautiful guy, man. And so, nobody's guaranteed how long they're going to live. Nobody's guaranteed nothing. But at least while we're here, we're going to try to be as healthy as we can. And so you remember, all carbohydrates, carbs, turn into sugar. You should write this shit down if you really need to be reminded. The Fat Joe list. Bread, carbs. Potato, bread, sugar. Potato, sugar. Pasta, meaning spaghetti, Chef Boyardee, all that shit. Sugar. Cakes, sugar, you know that. So it's bread, carbs, potato, corn, sugar. I said sometimes you don't eat cakes and ice cream and all that. You say, why I got the sugar? Why I got the diabetes? Liquor in super moderation. Sips, a lot of sugar. I'm going to keep it real with you. I love a couple of sips of that Ciroc to get me in the zone. And unfortunately, sometimes it ain't fun. I love vegetables. So I got lucky. My family taught me how to eat vegetables. And so what happens is I eat vegetables with whatever meat, vegetables, whatever seafood, vegetables. And I'm not the most perfect dude, but I'm trying to stay alive. And a lot of my people and a lot of my friends, shout out to Courtney, are dying too young and deserve to live longer. And so I felt it was very important for you guys to hear this. And if it's somebody out there that was debating if they should do it, fuck New Year's. Start now. Forget a New Year's resolution. Today, if you want to live. because tomorrow's not promised. In fact, tonight's not promised. Life is special. Life is a blessing. We're blessed every minute that we have on this earth. And nobody knows when they're going to check out. All we can do is try to be as healthy as possible while we're here. That air fryer, very important. The air fryer, I mean, nothing's going to beat straight Sylvia's and Melba's fried chicken. Nothing's going to beat that. But the air fryer is dope. The George Foreman grill is dope. And a lot of us don't even like to go to the doctor. You playing yourself. You playing yourself on another level. You want to know if you got something so you can fight it. If you don't check it out, you just adding on to it and you already know what's going on. Put God first. I'll see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow's Friday. Do say Fridays. Shaquille O'Neal. This is the biggest show in the game, and ain't nobody close. I salute everybody. Juicing is phenomenal. I take ginger sometimes. The problem with juicing is if you have sugar or you're diabetic, you can't be throwing banana, papaya. You're killing yourself with that. So now if you're going to juice with straight greens, great. But if you're thinking you're getting a smoothie with banana, strawberry, apple, peach, bro, that's the pure. So be very careful. Juicing is excellent. But don't throw the sugar in there. And let me talk my shit. You tell me, who else in this hip-hop journalism is talking to you about health? Bringing the real people on here. Telling you the truth. Who else? Whatever journalist in hip-hop, gangster rapper, ain't afraid to talk about the LGBT community and bring our people on here, who are brothers and sisters. Who else? These guys not even close. They let out a cancer and it can't be stopped. The motherfucking shit is just expanded stage 4. And so the work is on the block. Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Revolt. The work is on TV. Oh, we hustling. The work is on TV. And stay tuned. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? And so, I continue to kill a competition, whoever they may be. Let them pull their necks out. I just started 5 months ago. And this is the biggest show in the game. DJ Infamous, what's up? We're making history on this side. And although I'm on my shit and I'm talking my shit, COVID-19 is real. 190,000 people died. Don't let no one lie to you. Wear the mask. Clean your hands. Stay away from crowded places as much as possible. People are still dying every day. There is no miracle cure yet. And so I started the show because I care about you. because you've been supporting me for so many years that I said, hey, fuck it. We all scared. Let's rock out with each other. I ain't no doctor. I'm just spitting my shit. I talk to from what I know, from my truth. Shout out to my crew up NYC. All the employees chipped in and got me an iced out up NYC chain. I'm still getting birthday gifts. I'm blessed. I tell you my view on vaccines. I was with my man Rich the Barber today. He said he ain't taking the vaccine. I told him he's a fool. He said, well, the vaccine first comes out, it's only for essential workers like doctors and nurses and then firemen. And I go, yeah. And then we'll get it. Like, so what makes you think if they making it to where they using it, it ain't good for regular people? Now, people got the boogeyman. Yo, I ain't with the vaccines. Yo, my brother, I take teas. Invent what the fuck you want to invent. I can't tell you what to take or what to do. I know I don't want to wear a mask for the rest of my life. I know I'm going to take the vaccine. You don't have to. Fat Joe is not telling you to take the vaccine. You do what you want. I know what I'm going to do. And if you want to throw the negative on that, unfortunately, whenever medicines come out, the first people who take it, if there's any side effects or some shit that's fucked up with it, they the ones who usually get it. So after a while, even if you notice, God bless, when COVID first came out, a lot more people were dying rapidly, remember? And now people are still dying, but they learn how to treat certain people a little bit different through experience. At first, they never dealt with that. So when it comes to like vaccines, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's most likely if there's a glitch in it, it's at the beginning. And so, but me, if I have to, I'll take the medicine. And so it's that serious. So imagine you have some sort of cancer, God forbid, some sort of real illness where they're telling you, hey, you're going to die if you don't take this. We most likely might take that treatment, right? So now 190,000 people died of corona. Man, don't y'all want Fat Joe out here a little bit more? Just a little bit more. Let me get out here. Let me get my shit off, man. 5 months ago, you didn't even know the Fat Joe show was the big show. You ain't even know this greatness. How much more greatness God got in store for me? And so you to who's this concerned? To use your own. Is Fat Joe is a sheep, or the brother ain't woke, or that's on you. I just do what I gotta do and I'll be all right. And you could be super woke and they try to kill you or whatever. You do what the fuck you want. As simple as that. I'm not telling you to do shit. All I can do is you ask me, what are you going to do, Joe? And I told you, I'm going to take the vaccine. What are you going to do, Joe? I'm going to vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Oh, I don't like that. Fuck that. I don't. All right, cool, man. But you asking me, man. I'm just trying to. Why you asking me if you mad at me? What do you want to do? Listen, shout out to Sugar Free. Put God first. Everybody has their own relationship with God. If you love to go to church, nothing wrong with it. Amazing churches out there. Go over there, vibe with the people. If you want a relationship with God, all you got to do is sit down quietly and start to pray. And everybody has their own tailor-made relationship with God. And that's it. And so put God first, because without faith, there's nothing. That's all we can do. Peace, y'all. The big show tomorrow, Shaquille O'Neal, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow's Friday. So Ted's move. Tuesday, Fridays. Shout out to Fan Mio. If you want to connect one-on-one with your favorite artists, celebrities, GameStar app. If you're a gamer and you want to play against somebody famous. Everybody, let me see the big, Malik. Peace, y'all.